Growing up, I never had a fear of heights. As a matter of fact, I loved them. I got a rush from pushing the limits and seeing just how much I was capable of in this life. This boldness took me far. It helped me to accomplish things I never even thought possible. By the age of 20, I had written a book, successfully started college away from home, and planned a young women's conference with my partner Akosua Ajuri. Life was good. My faith in God was growing exponentially. I was always pushing myself out of my comfort zone, and I was always experiencing satisfying results because of it. So whenever there was a tall mountain blocking my path, I was never afraid to climb the heights and conquer another obstacle in my way. Then I started to fail. I started to fall. I started having trouble paying for college at the beginning of my sophomore year, but this mountain didn't scare me. No. You see, I had climbed and stuck my flag at the top of far too many mountains to let this intimidate me. So I started to lace up my boots and prepare for the journey. I made plans and came up with ideas of paying for my education, loans, studying abroad since it is cheaper. I even started applying for one scholarship a week. I prayed, I fasted, I cried. I cried while praying and fasting, and I spent a lot of quiet time with God about this issue. But when preparing to make this hike, I hadn't realized just how steep the climb would be. As every plan I made started to fall through, my feet began to slip. It seemed I was making progress because my grades were the best they had ever been. I was happy and engaged in all my classes, and even my social life was doing great. I was succeeding in the college experience, to say the least, but this path of the mountain became more difficult as loans were being denied and scholarships weren't coming through. The ground became shaky, but I had to keep going. Succeeding was my only option, right? I really didn't have much to go back to, so reaching the top of this mountain is what I had to do. It seemed the harder I tried, the more my feet stumbled, and just when I felt I had finally reached the top, well, I must have taken one step too many because I failed. I failed. I hadn't realized it was happening until my body reached the ground with a loud and painful thud. I was back home, sharing a one-bedroom apartment with my mom with no job, no education, and no plan at all of how to stand back up again. What a sobering moment. That's when I first realized failure is an option, a very real option. This planted a fear deep inside of my heart. I found myself terrified to pursue things. Opportunities seemed more unrealistic and obstacles seemed impossible to conquer. Before I realized what was happening, I developed this fear of heights, and I avoided mountains at all costs. I no longer got a thrill of getting to the top. One day, my best friend told me I wasn't myself. After another hopeless night of crying to her on the phone about how my life is not where it should be, she told me a painful truth. She reminded me I'm not who I was becoming, and I need to go back to the beginning to understand what changed. After an introspective look at my life, I realized I'm not afraid of heights. No, it is a rewarding feeling to reach a new altitude in life. The scary thing is the possibility of falling. In life, we are all scared of failure. We don't pursue our crushes because they might reject us. We don't apply for our dream job because we might not get it. We don't pursue the object of our desires because we could fail. We could build up all of our strength, get to the top of this mountain, and easily slip. We could fall back or we could fall off. But what I have learned is that failure, falling, is a piece of the journey. It is essential to teach us how to watch our steps when moving forward, how to be patient when progression to our destiny seems slow, and most importantly, how to get back up one more time and always one more time to begin again. For a while, I was scared to stand back up. I was scared to brush myself off. I was scared to move in any direction towards any opportunity because they all seemed like they will only lead to another painful fall. But alas, I've regained my courage. My testimony is worth all the scars from my fall. It lets others know you can get back up. You can try again. You can and you will reach your destiny. I will finish college. I will live in my purpose. And I will accomplish everything I was placed in this world to accomplish. As the famous quote goes, what if I fall? Oh, but my darling, what if you fly?